the victory. We got the victory in this place. The victory is on our side. Victory shall be mine. If I hold my peace, the Lord will fight your battle. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He will fight your battle. Don't wait till the battle is over. Shout now. Glory. Yeah. My. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven adore him. What a mighty God we serve. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. We shall rise to survive. We shall rise to survive. We shall rise to survive. We will survive. We will survive. We will survive. Oh, yeah. Da, 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 da. Oh. Ooh.
Grace and peace, International Bible Way family. Happy Wednesday. We're back again. International Bible Way, IBWtv. Elder Darrell Brown Jr. here. I got Pastor Jason Moody here. What's up, Jay?
What's up, fam? How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm excited about tonight's conversation. I can't wait. I'm I could literally be just watching tonight. I'm excited about tonight's conversation, man. I can't wait. So let's get the preliminaries in the way, so we can jump right to it. You already know what we need you to do. We need you to like. We need you to share. We need you to comment. Please comment in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching us from. Shout out your city. Shout out your state. Your pastor, your district, your diocese, whatever you want to shout out today, shout it out. I'm shouting out the Greater Bible Way Church, Prince Frederick, Maryland, Bishop-elect Neil O'Brien Gross, and Pastor Delethian Gross. I'm shouting my pastors out in my church. I see we got Rick Pringle in the comments. I see Lady Gray in the comments as well. I see our second vice presider, Apostle Vince agrees in the comment. Come on, let's get these numbers up. We got a good number right now, but let's get these numbers up because I am excited, Jay. I can't even contain my excitement tonight. We got Mother Roberts, Jay, in the comments from Woodbridge, VA.
Yo, Mother Roberts is the MVP, fam. Like, she really defies all stereotypes of what seniors can't do, how they're not adapting to this whole hybrid technology situation. And Mother Roberts is just out here killing the game right now. So shout out to Mother Roberts. And let me go ahead and shout out CCC, Christ Coming to Church, Jersey in the building. Man, we're excited. We're excited tonight. We're excited. I see James Heron representing Jersey City, Good Shepherd, Church of Christ. Okay, First Lady Dwight, Bible Way Church, Bishop Alexander Dwight, Aiken, South Carolina, my father's home. Man, shout out Jeff Brown. I see you. Yes,
sir. What's up, Jeff?
Philip McMullen, I see you. Mary Casper, Fort Worth, Texas. Wow. Oh, it's heavy tonight. It's heavy tonight.
I see my young people in here. I see Gabe. Gabe, what's up, Gabe? Logging on. College football player. Gabe, thank you for logging on. Man,
Yes,
let's
sir.
go. Let's keep sharing. Let's keep liking. Let's keep commenting. We have some amazing information, and Overseer James Rowson is here to talk with us today. Man, I mean, he's one of our guests for the International Bible Way Leadership Summit. And I can't wait for this conversation tonight. So Jay, I know we got some announcements to make. First and foremost, if you have not already, register for the International Bible Way Leadership Summit in Richmond, Virginia, November 10th through the 12th. We need you to register. We're gonna put the link. In the comments. But it's time is winding down. Time is winding down. We need you to register. We need you to be in the place. Our chief apostle is on. Apostle Willie Rookert. Apostle, we honor you. I don't know if y'all caught him preaching last night, but
okay, yeah, that's where I was gonna go, bro. That's where I was gonna go. Listen. Last night he talked about take it to Jesus, and when I tell you, he talked about taking it to Jesus, but then the way he ended, man, flowing in the prophetic and speaking to the people concerning this season, man, I was floored, man, and I was blessed. I was blessed that I was able to tune in last night. So yeah, it's on IBW Connect on YouTube. Go and check it out. Apostle Rookert, I mean, just did an amazing job, man. Shout out, man. I mean, you everyone is showing so much love tonight. Gail Bentley from Jersey City, I see you. Bishop Griffin from Richmond, Virginia, I see you. Yes, I see you all logging in. I see Peekskill, New York. New York. Mom, I see you. Thank you, Pastor Gloria, for logging in. Rick Pringle is registered. This is what I'm talking about.
Listen, if you're registered, let us know. Put in the comments registered. If you're registered for this amazing conference, this amazing time we're going to have, let us know. Put in the comments, I'm registered. I am registered. I'm registered. I'll meet y'all in Richmond. Can't wait to get there. Man, it's so Jay, I know we got again, the link is also in the comments for you to click the link and register. VIP registration, $150. Normal registration, $100. Again, listen, Elder Gloria Moody's registered. Mother Roberts is registered. Natasha Grant registered. Oh, she's VIP. She's coming behind the red velvet rope. Listen, Please note that you must be registered to attend the Leadership Summit. You must be registered. Tanya Bradshaw, she says, I'm registered VIP. Dr. Angelo Logan is registered. Lady Laverne Gray is registered.
Mama Gray,
I gotta call you and text you. Don't pay attention to Jason right now.
We're gonna be close to Williamsburg, Mama Gray. I think.
Don't pay attention to Jason right now. I'm gonna call you because a lot of people like to put requests in with you, and I'm
not leaving empty-handed. Glory to God. I'm not leaving empty-handed.
Lady Dwight says she's registered. Rick says correction. Rick said he's registered VIP. He said he's registered VIP. If you're not registered, do not wait. Register for this amazing conference. You got to get registered. You got to meet us in. Bishop Griffin said he's registered VIP. Man, Mother Hattie Cotton, excuse me. She said she's registered. If you're not registered, get registered. Listen, we even have some announcements because of the magnitude and the caliber of conference that we're bringing. We actually have sponsors for this conference. Jay, I'll let you go ahead and talk more about it.
Yeah, I'm excited because again, it's a leadership conference, but it's to build the total individual. So, everybody, whether you have a position in the church or not, the skills, the conversation is something that is going to cross industry. So with that being said, one of the areas we're definitely going to cover is the financial area. One of the things that this pandemic has taught me and has shown me is making sure you got that long-term plan in place. And I'm excited to announce that Williams Financial Group out of Maryland will be coming, sharing financial strategies, sharing how you can not just have financial literacy, but also generate finances, short-term goals, long-term goals, retirement, how to grow your money. So they're one of our sponsors. They signed on as one of our sponsors. They're excited. They're going to be there on November 11th to share wisdom, to share financial strategies. Listen, all this Holy Ghost in us. We're not trying to listen. I'm not trying to be broke.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be broke, brother. Listen, I'm not trying to be broke, man. So they are coming to help us. Glory to God. After shouting, come on, make shouting and praising God a little more easier when you know you got it in the bank.
Yeah.
Come on, talk to me.
Don't miss it. This is just the first announcement of the sponsors, but we have some more sponsors and some more partnerships that are matriculating behind the scenes. It is our chief apostle's vision to make sure IBW churches and International Bible Way as a whole is on the cutting edge of what's happening in the world as far as technology. No church left behind. So we're working on a partnership that will be announced soon where IBW churches will be able to get websites. They'll be able to get apps done. And so please do not miss this leadership conference in November, because what is going to be offered to the International Bible Way leadership and the International Bible Way churches is something that is valuable, is something that is tangible, and frankly, is something that we cannot do without.
Facts.
We can't do without it. We can't do without it. So the link again is in the comments. Don't wait. Register tonight. Last week we had Minister Sean Bigby, who is going to be one of our conference speakers, workshop leaders, and he actually sponsored someone for their registration.
He shout out to Michelle Bradley, aka Anita Michelle Bradley, aka Apostle Gray and Mother Laverne's great daughter, is the winner of that sponsorship. So thank you, Michelle, for tuning in, listening in, and responding. And you are our winner of that particular sponsorship. So we're looking forward to connecting with you and learning November 10th through the 12th.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to stay tuned with us. You never know what could happen tonight. You never know what could happen next week. You never know what could happen the week after that. You just never know.
So, bro, listen.
Wait, Jay. Did you just see? A lot of people think. I don't know if a lot of people just saw Apostle Rookard's comment. See, a lot of people think that the leadership does not register. Apostle Rookard just said he and Lady Rookard are registered VIP.
Come on.
This is our chief apostle. This is our chief apostle.
Talk to me.
It's registered for the conference. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Register. Don't wait. Register tonight. Remember, there is a limited amount of VIP seats. There's a limited amount of VIP seats. Our chief apostle has communicated that there will be no reserve seating for anyone. If you are a VIP registrant, you will be able to sit. You'll get first dibs at seating in the front, and then everybody else will sit where we sit. But again, we're coming to fellowship. We're coming to learn. We're coming to glean. So please, just know again. I understand you hold your title that you hold the title that you hold, but for this particular conference, there will be no adjutant leading anybody to the front who is not Rick. I promise you, I'm gonna get you some chicken, Rick. I promise you. I promise you. If don't nobody else get chicken, Rick is gonna get chicken.
Rick is getting chicken, right? Rick is
Jay, I think we got the preliminaries out the way.
Yeah, I'm ready. We got the bills paid. And
yes,
let's go ahead and let's reset this room. Your shares have expired. Let's go ahead and tag. Let's go ahead and share this one more time. And I'm ready to get the overseer up in the room tonight, Reverend. I'm ready to learn. Come on. How we do it? Come on. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Listen, his resume speaks for itself. I mean, I listen. I'll say this. I've always told him, and I call him. We're talking about Overseer Jimmy Rowson. I call him Uncle Jimmy. I'm always grateful that I never have to look far for mentors. I never have to look far to see how it's done and see how it's done correctly. Man, he's been an inspiration and an uncle to me since I was a kid. And now I'm just, let's bring him on, Jay. I can't.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Listen,
Let's go.
if you have, we need you to share again. We need you to share again. Bishop Gandy, it's good to see you, Bishop Gandy. Deacon Page, it's good to see you, Deacon Page. Tanya Bradshaw just said, Elder Emma Smalley is registered VIP. Thank you so much. Make sure you get registered. Listen, we're bringing on Overseer Rowson right now. Right now. Share. Let everybody know that he is here. Woo! Overseer Rowson. I'm gonna do my best not to call you Uncle Jimmy tonight.
Please don't do that. Call me what you call me. I'm good. When you call me, I'll answer. I will answer. When you call me, I will answer.
Man, it's Overseer Rowson. It's so. Thank you so much. Number one, for accepting the invitation to come for the leadership conference, and even accepting to come and talk to us tonight to give the people just a little taste of what they're going to experience, in November.
Well, I am so delighted, and great evening to you, Dr. Darrell Spud Brown Jr. and His Grace, Pastor the Honorable Jason Moody. It's such an honor for me to be with you guys tonight, and I'm looking so forward to the experience in Richmond in November. And I'm just honored. So, hey, let's just talk.
So, we've been on a journey these past 18 months, right? No one has gone unscathed. No industry has gone, untouched. And we've definitely seen some things that may have been exposed, but we're also looking at them as opportunities. In the church, we deal with the different age groups. We deal with the different generations, and we do what we can to kind of bridge the language gap, the music gap, the fashion gap that's there, right? Like, so I know you, just like you're on with us tonight, like you're an uncle, you're a big brother, you're a pastor. You have this personality that can connect to multiple generations, and so that's going to kind of lead tonight's conversation. How can we, look to cultivate that, right? Because we have some older saints on tonight, so obviously, there is possibility, there is room for growth and improvement and all. But how can we start that process? What are some things we need to look at to begin the cultivation and bridging and creating a community that's united?
Wonderful. Let me certainly mind my manners and give honor and deference to the Chief Apostle, Willie Rookert, my dear friend and brother, and to all of the Presidium, and to all of the rest of the Lord's princes in the church, and everybody in protocol, to all I don't know to call, all my dear brothers and sisters. I'm grateful to be with International Bible Way tonight. And let me say that is a poignant and pertinent observation, Jason. And forgive me if I call you Jason, but that's
we're good. We're good.
I think that it starts with an understanding of the times. I believe that the church has undergone the tension of almost a civil war, in that generations have fought with each other because no one wants to embrace and accept where they are. So you've got a couple of factions going on. I'll call it, there are the wannabes and there are the has-beens.
Wow.
And
okay.
I don't know if I should start here.
All right. If this is what we're doing tonight, then this is what we're doing.
We violent tonight.
Let's just go for it.
Let me back up. from that.
No. Come on.
But let me put it in theological context. In the book of Ezra, about chapter number, I guess, 3, the Bible says when they were laying the foundation of the temple again,
Yes, sir.
there were two cries going on at the same time.
Yes, sir.
The cry from the older was a cry of nostalgia.
Yes, sir.
Their challenge was they were seeing this foundation being laid again, and they were weeping because of what they remembered.
Yes, sir.
Because this temple did not resemble the last temple.
Yes,
The
sir.
last temple had splendor, the splendor of Solomon. It had all of the bells and whistles. And this temple, this new temple, was quite contemporary.
Mhm.
It did not have stained glass windows. It did not have cushion pews.
Right.
They had LED panel walls.
Right.
They had to dim the lights so for the lighting purposes.
Yeah.
And so that crew, that generation was shouting, "We hitting it. This is right." And the two cries were so great until they were not distinguishable. Because those who remember the old temple were crying because of what they remembered, and they were still here, and they were struggling because the old temple is not here anymore, but the old temple mentality
Yeah.
remained. And the new temple worshipers don't have a point of reference to the old.
Yeah.
And here is the tension. Now you got a responsibility. The older must give the newer or the new generation or those who are coming a history lesson and an example of what it used to be and never forsake it. And the younger must respect the older to the point where they submit to the fact that you didn't just build this.
Right.
This is the second foundation, which means we've been doing this already. So here's the tension. A few years ago, the Lord gave me an idea for our church to kind of divide the church in terms of generationally. So I have three major people groups in our church. They're dreamers, builders, and shapers. And what I did is I took everybody that is 18, I guess, or to about 25, no, 30, 35, something like that. They are the dreamers. The builders are the 36-year-olds through the 55s. They are builders. The shapers are people who are 66 or whatever it is, or 56 and up. And each of them are unique in this way. When you're in that season of 18 to 35, you're dreaming about life. You're dreaming about, you are imagining what you want to be and what you want your life to look like and what you want your career to look like. It's imagination. A lot of images are flooding your mind because you're trying to figure out what you want it to look like. You're dreaming. Builders are in the place now where you're building family. You're having children or you've had children. You are shaping and cultivating and building for the rest of your life. You need a specific kind of ministry, a very direct kind of pouring into when you're in the building stage. You need to be in a place where your family is being cared for and you're getting directions. I heard you, Jason, talk a little earlier about financial literacy. It is in that season where you want to make sure that your credit is good and that you can acquire things and you're paying off loans and all of those kind of things. You're building homes and you're buying homes and you're buying cars, and it's in that building stage. After that, you probably or should be past that, and you're in the place now where you now have a responsibility to be a shaper. Because if you are a builder, if you're in the building stage of your life and I am in the shaping, my job is to help you shape what you're trying to build. I need to be able, so nobody feels inadequate, nobody feels insignificant, because everybody's got a role. The shaper now has a responsibility to talk to that builder and say, now this is what good marriage looks like. This is what rearing children looks like. This is what keeping your finances together looks like. The builder has a responsibility to reach back to that dream and inspire and encourage and provide example as to what it looks like to pursue your dreams. One generation shall praise thee to another does not mean a younger person grabbing the hand of an older person and shouting in church.
Yes, sir.
That's not what that means.
Yes,
One
sir.
generation shall praise thee to another does not mean an old preacher grabbing a young preacher's hand and going to dancing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what that means. It means that my generation shall see the greatness in you and cultivate that, shape that, and the praise or the greatness of you will be realized by the validation and the support and the encouragement of the generation before you.
Yeah. If you haven't, share this right now.
We're definitely gonna need to set some rules and parameters for these discussions when we get to Virginia, man. Because you just unpacked a lot. Spud, what we got?
So I think one thing that Uncle Jimmy just said that was so powerful is that the generation that was rejoicing had no point of reference, because in the context of the text, they were born in exile.
Right.
They didn't see the temple that Solomon built.
Preach, preacher.
They were just satisfied that they had a foundation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I think one thing, Jay, for us is that we have to realize, even in the context of today's church, where I think we miss it, Uncle Jimmy, because everybody is concerned, really, we're still on millennials, when the truth of the matter is, we ain't the ones no more.
No.
We're not the ones. It's the Zers who don't have a frame of reference,
right,
of what we have a frame of reference of, that we really have to figure out. And their frame of reference is this technological, this Instagram, this Facebook, this tech savvy church.
Well, one of the things I would say that I'm going to talk about a little bit, well, not a little bit, but it's been on my heart in November, by the God's grace, is that it is important. You mentioned Zers. It is important that we start earlier in our culture with development. One of the things, and no disrespect to any of my fathers and anybody who were my superiors, but one of the things that I have as a critical observation is they waited until we already started to tag us, to even look our way. It is, I feel like as a father, if I have, well, I do have regret, and my regret is that I didn't touch and pour into very deliberately some things in my son early enough. I wonder how much further would I be in my life and ministry had someone put their hand on me when there was nothing to see.
Wow.
And said, I'm going to expose you to what could be without me doing nothing. How much further would some of my peers be if some of our uplines pulled us up earlier, before they said, oh, that boy can do it? Forget that. Because as a father, you don't wait till your son shows promise of anything. Fathers take their kids to the soccer field when they don't know which way to even kick the ball. You see these kids out there on Saturday morning. My grandson, it seems like every Saturday he's playing something, baseball, and Chase is a little, he's a little athlete, he's a little sad. But the reality is he's out there with kids still crying. The ball come to them and they crying, but they got a uniform on. They don't have a real concept of the game. They fouling, they playing basketball, ain't nobody dribbling. They running down the court with the ball in their hand. But somebody put a uniform on them and put them in something that could lead to growth and development, and consequently could be superstars. You don't see it now. You don't see it now at all. The little boy is taking the ball and he running down the court the wrong way to the wrong basket.
Yeah.
And they're throwing the ball and nobody's scoring. And you're sitting there for 40 minutes while these little boys or these kids don't score. But somebody's got them in a context that says, if there's anything, you'll be exposed to it. In ministry, we wait until people can dribble. We wait until they're already scoring points. And either one or two things happen. When I talked a little earlier about the wannabes, sometimes the problem is if you touch me too late and I have already developed, I don't need you in the same manner. And if you are in that stage where you're becoming as not as needed and significant, you fight the young boy, you fight the young woman, because you are looking at has been and he's looking at wannabe. And sometimes the clash is that the wannabes don't want to wait on their turn, and the has-beens don't want to give up their turn.
That's a tense. That's the tension right there for you.
So
that's some
yeah,
tension
bro.
right there
We're gonna have to put some parameters. We may have to get a part 2 in March. This is
on demand. No,
yeah,
on demand.
Man, we're definitely bringing this to on demand. Big bro. So Overseer Rowson, big brother Jimmy, couple of things you said. I just have one question at this point.
Sure.
Where do we start to reconcile?
Yes, sir.
You gave the model of the shaker, the builder, the dreamer, and you gave the job description in a sense of their roles.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just finished off with the story of, or the illustration of, the wannabe and the has been, and both psychologically fighting, where they are and if it's even necessary to. But we know that it is necessary in some context. Where do we start?
Good question. It starts individually, and it starts with an honest assessment of where you are. If I am in the wannabe stage, I must admit that I want to be. And it's okay to want to be. No one who's ever been successful at anything did not want to be. There's no shame in that.
That's
Wait. Can we just stop right there? So you talking about, that person who walking around the church? Nah, Doc, I don't want that.
I don't want that.
I don't want that. Doc. Like, nah, Doc.
That's false humility. That's false humility. False modesty. It's false modesty. Even as it relates to the episcopacy, the Bible is clear. It says, if a man desire
the office. Yes, sir.
Office.
Yes, sir.
So there is an element of desire in anything you admire. So if I admire leadership, then there's an element of desire for leadership. Because when I see something that resembles something that may be growing in me, I desire it. The problem is the church taught us in many ways not to be honest about holy ambition.
Holy ambition. Yes, sir.
It's okay to want I want to be good at this. I want to be, I don't want to just do it. I don't want it. No, then don't do it at all. Every time you all preach, you want to. Because if you didn't want to, you wouldn't spend hours in the books. If you didn't want to.
Yes, sir.
You do it because I want to do it. I want to be. I don't know. I'm just a whole lowly servant. No, when I stand in that pulpit, I want to knock it out the park. And I want to make an impact that matters to the whole entire world. I want the earth to shake when I open my voice. I want demons to tremble. I want people to fall out and get the Holy Ghost while I'm preaching. That is exactly what I want.
Yes, sir.
I want cancers to dry up. I want to lay hands on the sick and they got to recover. I want to be. Now, the other side of that is the has-been must be okay with approaching the season of what has been. And if you are, you can't transition until you get okay with what has been. Because when I understand that at 56, I am not 36. I don't want what you guys want at 56. I want something different. And as I move into this father and mentor role, my job now is my gratification comes from watching you. You know, Spud, I call you all the time and text you all the time and say, hey, man, I'm loving what you're doing. I tell everybody in the world, now that's my preacher right there. Now, but what I'm saying is, why should I be trying to compete with you? My job now is to, if you have a question, if you have anything that I can help you with, as I move into, and I'm not close to has been. Don't get it twisted. I'm not.
Yes, let's put that point of reference in there.
Clear. I ain't close. I ain't close to retirement. None of that. But my point, when you get there, you gotta be okay within yourself to say, now my job is to help the wannabe become what I have been. And it's okay because I lose nothing. I lose nothing by pouring into you. As a matter of fact, I become greater. When you move into mentorship and spiritual fatherhood, you become greater and more effective than you ever have been in your life in ministry. I feel like I have more to say now. I feel like what I have to say has more weight now as I move into that, because now my gratification is seeing you guys do it. And if I'm not personally okay with that, I will fight you and I will block you and I will keep you and I will frustrate your purpose. I will do it because of my own insecurities and because of what I have not accomplished in my season. And so now I'm taking it out on you because I have I'm scarlet breasted, or I have a purple shirt. So now I'm taking it out on you because the truth is I see you doing more than what I did in my season. And I cannot reconcile that my season for that is past. For instance, and I'll shut up. When I was coming up the highway, and that's my home, and I love my home. I cut my teeth musically, and I remember a season where I was the organist. You know, I was the guy playing convocations and all that kind of stuff. Right? I was playing for the National Choir. At one point, I was under Apostle Michael Rogers. I was the assistant minister of music, a national minister of music. Then he died, and they gave it to me, and you know, we recorded all of that kind of stuff. I mean, we recorded albums in a week, unheard of. All songs taught, all music done in a week. By Saturday night, we did a live recording. It was a killer. That was in the height of my musicality. When I come to convocation now and I'm hearing them cats kill like they do, I have no desire to walk over there to prove anything. Any of them. And I have an appreciation for what they do. But I'm not stupid enough to sit down there because I can still play some, think that I'm needed or I should, or I need validation by still playing. I'm not there, and it's okay. Now, you need me to play a hymn? I could probably help you. But all that stuff y'all they be doing, and I ain't struggling with that because that's where I have been. It's not where I am.
Man, let me ask you this, since we here, it's because I think that tense space that you're talking about between the wannabes and the has-beens, and that friction would you attribute that to some of, I would say, the trouble and the position that our churches are in now? Because of that friction, the wannabe leaves a ministry to go and start their own, because the has-been won't train them to take over what's already established. So now you have a wannabe out here struggling on their own, and you have a has-been whose church is dying.
Absolutely. It's a matter of disrespect. Disrespect is not the tone of your voice. To be disrespectful has nothing to do with how loud you holler at somebody, how nasty your verbiage is. Disrespect, if we just look at it, the etymological view of the word, dis, against, negative, respect, spec from where we get the word spectacle, see, the ability to see. The issue is when I don't see you right, I don't treat you right. And
Wow.
the issue that we all fight with, and the real issue here, is a lack of respect. Because when you don't see me properly, you don't treat me and honor me properly. If I see you properly, then I'm going to honor what you do because I see you right. And we can be hugging and loving and praising the Lord, bless you. And if I am disrespectful in my view of you, it doesn't matter what you do. I will always see you through the lenses that Saul saw David.
Wow.
And David is doing good, and the good is benefiting. David's good is benefiting Saul, and he can't see it because of disrespect. He's throwing javelins at a guy that is helping him stay a strong king, and he's throwing javelins at a guy who is trying to ease the anxiety and the stress in him, but yet he's trying to kill him and nail him to the wall because of disrespect. You don't even know what I'm doing. You don't even see. This ain't even my time. All this work and effort I'm making is for you.
Wow. Yeah.
And you don't, because of disrespect, you don't see. You're right. So we got a problem of respect in both sides, because the young guys must respect the older. You must respect honor your mother and your father, so that your days, so that your moments, so that your opportunities, so that the window of what God, your season will be longer, not just your years, but you gotta honor. And when there's a lack of honor is the catalyst to the supernatural. Jesus took man out of town because they did not honor him.
Yeah.
It wasn't because Jesus couldn't do it. So I'm at a place, I guess I'll just go ahead and be honest. I just don't fool with places where I'm not honored.
Wow.
My gift doesn't work well in a place of dishonor. I don't have to prove anything anymore. I've gone through too much. When you go through enough, it's not a matter of we're gonna see what he gonna do. Nah, I'm staying home for that. I got grandkids. I can hang out with them. I'm good at the house. I don't need that. My life, I don't, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, this is good, right? I'm really, like, you're rabbi right now. I'm really getting something from this, and I have one question.
Sure.
What season did you begin to see different? Because what you're sharing tonight, I mean, you're putting a lot of thoughts and emotions into words and giving language to what so many people are experiencing, as well as seeing but can't articulate. So for you to be able to be this wise young person to, bridge these generations, when did you begin to see different? What was the season for you?
I will tell you, one of the defining moments in my life was when my sons got grown. when my sons, and particularly my last son, my youngest son, when I realized that he wasn't little AJ, our conversations now change. We don't have big daddy, little boy, little baby boy conversations. We have men conversations. He doesn't need me to pick him up. My son said, and AJ don't need me to, Daddy, come pick me up. What they need now is someone who can help steer and guide them and help navigate them through life's rough terrain. So the conversation has had to change, which means now I have to be much more transparent about my own journey with them, because to talk to them like I have never had any issue is not helpful to him and them, and they don't want to hear it, because now they won't talk to me at all, because if daddy is so far removed and he has never experienced nothing, then he can't relate. So then now I have to be transparent enough and secure enough within myself to say, no, I'm good. Let me tell you what I did. So it's an evolution that happens in you. So it was personal evolution. And even with church, I'm like, I think I've come to the place where it's like, at this point, my job now is to help you guys while I'm still having my day, while I'm still very vibrant, still very, mobile in ministry and all of those things. My job then still, because y'all are not babies. You're not little boys waiting for a chance. So whatever I can do, now I must morph into this role and evolve into the place where when you ask me a question, I'll be able to have an answer. And if I don't have an answer, I'll send you to Google.
Man, listen, if you
I'm gonna be in Richmond.
have not registered to be in Richmond, you need to register to be in Richmond. This is just a taste. Uncle Jimmy, if we can just do this,
yeah.
We said we were only gonna be on here for an hour.
Okay.
If you have, can we do just a question and answer?
Please.
Listen, if you have questions, type it in the comments. I can't say we're gonna get to all of them, but just type it in the comments. Make sure you are in Richmond. We're gonna talk to Overseer Rowson about even a part 2 to IBW on demand, because I got a feeling what people get in Richmond still is gonna have them on the edge of their seats. I'm just so grateful to have access to him. And I've literally have experienced and am experiencing what he's talking about now. I mean, just a few weeks ago, I was leaving South Carolina, and I believe, Uncle Jimmy, you were in California.
Yes.
And my flight was delayed, Jay, and we talked for an hour plus.
Yes.
Just nephew and uncle. How do you do this? How did you navigate through this? How do you, how was this when you were coming up and preaching everywhere? So I'm just grateful. But even now, just the wealth of knowledge, man. I if you're not gonna be in Richmond, you need to make. If
not because of me, y'all got all of the creme de la creme coming, man.
Come on, man. Like, no, man. We're sitting with the creme de la creme right now. Like,
yes, sir.
It's just amazing. And I mean, again, but I think it just speaks also to the growth and the character, his maturation, because for me, he's been your Uncle Jimmy, and he's been my big brother / mentor, like through different phases and transitions. And just a couple years ago, when I was transitioning out of youth ministry, he got on his bike and came to the hotel. Walked in with his helmet, with his jacket, boots on, and we talked about transitioning out of that. He came in like a youth, right? He came in like a young adult, had his check, you know what I'm saying? But the conversation, he really, sent me home, thinking about this next phase and next stage, moving out of, youth and young adult ministry per se, focusing on pastoring and growing the church and, being a great husband, and just a person, period. And I think, this is what we have lined up. We don't just want people who are good preachers. You know, we want people who can speak to life, who can speak to different situations that, you know, are real, that we confront on a daily basis. And he just mentioned transparent enough to share so that someone can, you know, come out of that state that they're in with victory and, you know, believing that they have the strength for the process.
Yes.
So I love you, bro, and I appreciate you. To everybody that's watching, that's Big Bro on tonight, and I'm glad that we have him here, and we're gonna be in Richmond together. Come on, somebody.
If you got on this live before and you were not planning to come to Richmond, I think now your mind should be changed to meet us in Richmond, Virginia, November 10th through the 12th. Overseer Rowson, he is on the 12th.
He's on that Friday. He's on that Friday. And listen to this, bro. Like, again, we want everybody to know this is not just for you as the church usher president. This is not just for you because you are, you know, the pastor or, you know, you're the adjutant for the pastor. He just gave an example or illustration of his relationship with his son and the transition of the type of conversations he had. He gave another example from real life experience. So this is for parents. This is for guardians. This is for business professionals. Like you're in a management position and you realize the people you are interviewing are different from who you're already supervising, and you're looking at how to bridge and manage those generations for the corporate company you work for because your life depends on it. These are the conversations we are having, and it's crossing industry, which is why you need to be in Richmond November 10th through the 12th. I'm just saying, like this.
And Jay, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Since we're having open dialogue, Uncle Jimmy started it with the wannabes, and he started it. Okay. Let's be honest. I mean, you already know a lot of the inquiries and the questions that we get is churches are struggling with this multi-generational friction and tension.
Yeah.
You know, and really they don't have to. They don't have to. They don't have to. So I think, you know, if you are just wondering, if you're a leader wondering, like, listen, how can I get my generations involved? How do we do this? Because you're seeing the millennials and the Zers leave the church or leave your particular ministry, not interested. They come, they sit in the seats, but they're not interested. They're not involved. You need to be in Richmond.
I need them to understand that they need to grab that 18 and 19-year-old, male or female, and talk about those years and seasons of stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Change the listen. If you can't share that story, that may suggest you might not be delivered from it. You want to be perceived a certain way, but it's not helping those who you're called to help shape, who you're called to help to walk into their stage of building. And the next, you don't know who you can save just by sharing the testimony of how someone left you out there, how you gave your all. You were going to church, but you were still giving your all to someone else. You know, like those things, you know, because they're older, you can have certain conversations now and you can share that wisdom and it will cause the church to flourish. We can't lose what causes the church to remain unified, the love of Christ, connecting through relating. So I'm excited. Apostle Greaves, Lady Greaves, VIP, I see you. I said, Apostle Greaves, what you wearing? He said, I'm gonna be in the suit, man. Come on, talk to me.
Listen, Uncle Jimmy, we want to give you, you know, just some final words. Then we'll do some housekeeping things, and then we'll get out of here. I think it was some people that came on this live tonight that was not planning on coming to Richmond, And I think just hearing you talk tonight has just made somebody say, okay, you know what? I need to make my plans to be there the 10th through the 12th.
And somebody going back to somebody on the phone with their pastor right now and planning a conversation with some other generations in their church, right?
Oh yeah.
Deliverance. Talk Jesus. Come on, big bro. Some lasting words, man. Appreciate you tonight.
Thank you all for having me. Again, I am very humbled by this opportunity. And I mean that sincerely. I don't take it lightly. It's a great honor to be able to share with you all this platform. And certainly I'm looking forward to Richmond. I think that what looms in my mind, and I'll just say this for everybody that's watching. Number one, meet us in Richmond. That's for the thing. Secondly, in Ezra chapter 3, the Bible says that they could not discern the noise of the shout of the weeping or the shout for joy. And because God is as progressive as he is, he never remains in one place. Our God is forward he operates only in forward motion. Everything he talks about, he only talks about from a perspective of what's going to be. Since we can't stop that, I want to encourage everyone, let's drown them out. Let's drown out the noise of the weeping. Let's shout for joy so loud until the weepers and those who are against and those who are kicking against it. Our joy is so exuberant. Our joy is so magnanimous until the joy of the weeping associated with the holding on to the past is not even heard. I want to simply say to you guys, and to your generation, and to all of us, let's drown them out.
Jay, now see, if you don't know what just happened, he just took a turn. If you're not sure what just happened, if we were
what you felt was just real, right?
Yes, that was real.
You felt the shift. You felt it like we felt it.
That was real.
Some of y'all even quickened and gave a quick song in your house because you felt it.
That was real. If he was teaching in Richmond and then at the end he took that turn, it would be a frenzy right now in the room. It would be a frenzy right now in the room.
You may have to repeat it, then I don't know.
Listen,
let's drown them out. What?
Let's drown them out. Wow.
Let's drown them out.
Wow. Let's drown them out.
We don't have time to be distracted by negative weeping.
Man.
Shout louder so we can get more done. Happy people work harder.
Can somebody put that in the comments, please? We don't have time for negative weeping.
Woo! Thank you, Jesus.
Happy people work harder.
Happy people work harder. Wow.
More done.
Listen, family, if you are not registered to meet us in Richmond, Virginia, register November 10th through the 12th. Please stay on the lookout. We're sending emails for hotel information, also any other pertinent information that you're going to need for the conference. For those who may be concerned about gathering in this COVID-19 pandemic, please know that our chief apostles and the presidiums, your safety is paramount to them. And so please know that protocols are in place to keep you safe, to keep us safe, to make sure that we can gather in Richmond and that we can be safe while we're gathered. So please do not let that deter you. Please know that protocols are in place to make sure that everybody is safe. This is going to be an amazing 2.5 days. This is going to be an amazing 2.5 days. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Listen, I know this is different, Jay. This is different, but man, we just got to shout for joy.
Shout for joy.
We got to shout for joy. Wow.
I'm trying to find words without just clicking the off button, so that I can just woo.
You crazy, man. You know what? You crazy.
Family, listen, Elder Marjorie Smith, thank you so much. She commented and said she's been enjoying just the conversations on Wednesday night. Listen, next week we're back again. We're on the countdown. I'm actually gonna, once we get off here, I gotta go back and I gotta watch this replay again, because it was so many nuggets that Overseer Rowson dropped just in a brief period of time. You can only imagine, the wealth of information and the pouring out that he's going to do in Richmond. So do yourself a favor, meet us in Richmond, November 10th through the 12th. Jay, I don't have any more housekeeping things. I think I'm good to go on my end. What, you got anything? Okay, Jay's speechless. See what happens. see what happens. Jay is speechless.
If I'm in church right now, I'm in the corner crying somewhere. Like right now, like I don't got nothing to say. I'm going back. I'm going straight to my room. Like I have no conversation, bro. Like that was just.
Meet us at Richmond, family. Overseer Jimmy Rowson, Bishop Liston Page, Elder Mark Moore Jr., Dr. Colette Rice, and also Minister Sean Bigby. This is going to be a time to remember, a time that you won't forget. Go ahead, Jay.
And the Pastors Roundtable.
Oh my goodness! Do not listen.
The premiere of the Pastors Roundtable.
Wow!
Do not miss the premiere of the Pastors Roundtable, hosted by District Elder Scott Rowson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Pastors, leaders, this is something that is specifically for you. The premiere episode will be in Richmond, and then it will be on IBWtv every month. Wow. So don't miss this. Don't miss this. All right, I think that's all I got, Jay. I mean,
good, bro. Love everyone.
May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent. One from another.
Bro. Like,
Listen, IBW family, we love you. Chief Apostle and Lady Rooker, thank you for tuning in tonight. Apostle Gray and Lady Gray, thank you for tuning in tonight. Apostle Greaves and Lady Greaves, thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you to all of our International Bible Way family. Overseer James Rowson, thank you so much. I can't wait to November.
Wow. Yeah.
International Bible Way family, we love you. We'll see you next Wednesday at 9 p.m. sharp. Stay tuned. You don't know who the special guest is going to be.
For sure.
So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week.
All right.